Happy Monday, everyone. The epic battle is here. We've got BTC and the cryptos versus gold and silver in a big-time battle of king of store of value. That's right. Both markets are making a move, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Crypto appears to be having more staying power than people expected, and the timing, it's just right. Happy Monday, everyone, and for me, it's recovery day. Holy crap, I needed it. I could barely move yesterday. My side of things starts us off and says, I thought all those FTX Elam assets belonged to the actual investors they duped. What part of corruption am I missing here? That's a really great question. Okay, with the FTX and Alameda stuff, essentially what's happening is this. They're liquidating all the assets and they're giving it to those who are first in line first, okay, through their creditors. Now, some people are going to have zero rights. Some people are going to have fairly strong rights. I've seen about 70 cents to the dollar for those people first in line. There's nothing for anything at the end. Like, so what you're going to see is you're going to see your investor class get completely wiped out on this. You're going to see your initial private investor class at about 70 cents to the dollar. So good question right there. And what happens essentially in the United States is they take all the assets, then they liquidate them, and then they pay back all the creditors. So yeah, that's what happens. Nard Ducella says, silver and XRP waiting and still waiting. Dude, you and me both. Now, I don't know, man. I don't know if the silver and gold move are going to hold. I get it. It's the play on inflation. We've talked about it on the channel. We'll have a few live streams. I might even do a big date video. No one mentioned it in the comments, so I didn't do it. So, yeah, no big date video yet. But we do. We've got big dates coming up because it's all about the Fed. The Fed, we know, is going to take a pause, but that's opening up the window for Bitcoin to move. Now, it's opening up for Bitcoin and gold to move even further, and we're going to get into juicy action here, is the fact that this whole store of value play right now is starting to become big. And it's big because we're seeing a little bit of inflation kind of flaring up in certain sectors. Housing still hasn't weakened yet. So there's people out there that are like, oh man, okay. Maybe we could crush that number down. But if housing is still unaffordable, and if that means it's crazy unaffordable for middle and to lower income families, dude, then as a global economy, we're screwed, and we're not even talking about crypto or gold or silver or anything. We're just talking about people not even being able to put roofs over their heads. So that's the gist. That was a hell of an intro. I just summed up the whole market for you. Bitcoin's in at 41,681. Holy crap, BTC is moving. But what about XRP and XLM? Come on now. ETH 2226 XRP, we're going to talk about big in the show, 61.7 with XLM right now. 12.1. Like, XRP, XLM, not hanging out with this move. What in the world is happening? Now, the other day, they were rocking pretty well with each other. Now, granted, when you zoom out even further, and we're going to talk about that, we're going to get into some news too, the price really starts opening up more to the favor of Bitcoin, but they were holding well. But you saw this correction right here that really opened up that gap. Both XRP and XLM, same time, simultaneous like that. Bitcoin had a little bit, and then it was like, yo, I'm going to keep moving. Let's get to news. 41,000. Yep, BTC value hits its crypto funds see record inflow. So now we're talking about store of value because inflation play is starting to come back. Cryptocurrency market witnessed a significant surge today with Bitcoin's value breaking past the 41,000 mark. This rally coincides with the substantial inflow of capital into crypto investment products, which reached a new peak since the launch of the futures-based exchange funds, the ETF, in October 2021. That's extremely impressive because I think even in October 2021, you had way juicier volume, way higher TVL than what we're dealing with now. So to see that we're seeing this move to 41,000 bring big inflows in is great. I just hope some of it spills over into the alts. And I think that's what a lot of us listening and watching right now are thinking too, is where is this move for the alts? BTC is just stealing the thunder here. Some big numbers here. Investors channeled a record 176 million into these products over the past week. Bitcoin led the charge with an impressive 132.8 million inflows, signaling strong investor confidence. ETH continued its upward trend for a fifth consecutive week, adding another 30.8 million. Now, real quick here, I want to give a big advantage to the crypto market here because the crypto market can trade 24/7. Now, granted, I understand. I can go to the exchanges or pawn shop, whatever you want to call it, and I could sell gold and silver 24/7. All right, if it's there, if it's marked, if they can verify it, they will give me cash 24/7. But the actual gold and silver market, right, dictating what spot price is, takes a break on the weekends. Crypto doesn't. So if we have some big news out there, you know, say the Middle East action, unfortunately, like crazy heats up, just goes way over the top, right? I mean, crypto market, and this happens on the weekend. Let's say it's a Saturday night. Crypto markets can trade that action right away. You can protect your money right away. You can go in, you can go out, you can go into fiat, you can go into crypto, you can do whatever the hell you want. You can go stable coins. Now, if you're playing like derivatives, or if you're playing paper, or if you're playing the gold and silver market, and if we're not talking physical where you're physically going into the exchange, unless you're talking about institutional amounts, and then you've got appointments for that stuff and it happens during business hours. But like if we're talking about just, you know, you doing stock markets and all, you're screwed. You're sitting there on Saturday going, great, I got to get up at 4 a.m. and do some, you know, early market trading. You know, my West Coast friends out there, you're screwed. Like you have to get up crazy. You basically can't go to sleep. So, you know, crypto market 24/7, but for you, you're sitting there going, oh my God, I got to wait a while. Other cryptocurrencies like Solana and Cardano experienced modest gains. However, Litecoin bucked the positive trend and faced outflows. In a notable shift, the Bitcoin short fund reversed its 3-week outflow by attracting 3.6. So now you got some people interested in short. So kind of thinking, hey, is this Bitcoin move going to be near its top? Schiff. Okay, remember the author here. And the author here, Peter Schiff, contextually who this is coming from, is a very, very, very like gold maxi. You know how like Sailor's nuts AF about BTC? That's how Schiff is about gold. All right? He is like, yeah, he's nuts. Schiff, unimpressed by Bitcoin's 40,000 moves, says gold is completely broken out. Renowned economist and cryptocurrency critic Peter Schiff pointed out on X that gold trading above 2,100 for the first time ever is far more noteworthy than Bitcoin trading above 40,000. He highlighted that gold has entered uncharted territory while Bitcoin still needs to rally over 60% to reach a new high. Gold is completely broken out. I get what he's saying, but remember, he's a gold maxi, so he's obviously going to be like, oh, the Bitcoin move isn't impressive. I'm saying the Bitcoin move is impressive because it's attracting a lot of money and it's attracting a lot of staying power. Now, the alts aren't getting as much of a benefit as Bitcoin is on this move. When we look at the price right now for XRP, and this is where you're going to see the difference, and this is where I get what Schiff is talking about, but I think he's missing the point. And at the end of this, you're going to totally see. All right, XRP price. This line across the screen right here that switches from purple to red whenever I highlight or cursor it, that's the price of it right now. So we're pretty much wiped all the way out back to Luna UST. Essentially, if you're an XRP holder, you are at either pre-bull run of 2021 or you're at Luna UST. Okay, so for a while here, if you were entered during this time, yeah, not so bad. But if you were in this chunk here, you're still like, oh crap, this is not. And look at very far from those recent highs. Okay, very far off. Look at XLM. Story pretty much the same, right? You can see here, right? Looks almost identical, right? Okay, cool. Now look at Bitcoin's. 41,000 right here. Look at where it puts it on its run. Okay, so partway through the run of 2021 and way closer towards the top in a comparison, right, on a short term here. Short term move, okay, we got it for Bitcoin. 3 months out, okay, cool. We got it more for Bitcoin. Bitcoin in red, XRP in light blue, XLM in purple. Go out to 6 months, okay, cool. Go to year to date, Bitcoin big winner. Go now even further to 1 year. We're now going to start talking about FTX action, right? So FTX correction. So since FTX corrected, Bitcoin is ahead of FTX times. Look at that. XRP 57%, 38%. Let's zoom out a little bit more. Look at this. Now we go out even further. We're talking of April all the way here of 2022. We're talking about when the whole Luna UST thing started. So when it really, right, when crypto really got pounded, when things just really went to crap. Look at that. From that time, Bitcoin's the only one in the positive in that time frame. 7%. Look at XRP down 23, XLM down 33%. So the store of value play, like I said, it's still too early for XRP. XLM not even in the freaking the conversation with this. And I'm talking about store of value play. People using this as a way to store value, putting it on their books, all right? Using it to honestly fight inflation. You're not seeing people use those assets. XRP, you are seeing some people, I guess, on a personal level, but that's, like I said, that's whales, and okay, that gets a little messy. But BTC, we're talking about putting it on the books. Elon Musk has it on its books. You've got Saylor has it on his books. You've got all the Bitcoin mining companies use the asset as a store of value on their books. And Schiff is not impressed, but I'm impressed because I think from the time that the market got wiped from Luna to see that the alts are still in the negative. The alts haven't clawed back yet. All right? Store of value playing out there, but look at Bitcoin though. That's crazy. Bitcoin up. Zoom out a little bit more and you could see now from the peaks, Bitcoin's still holding its own, but this is from negative. Now we're talking peaks. We get back a little bit more before the run started, May 2020. Look at this. Bitcoin up 478%. XRP 223, XLM 146. So I get what they're saying, but what I think Schiff is missing here is that I do understand there's a good gold move going on. But this gold move that's going on, look, gold has struggled to break 2,000 and hold it. And the problem with the gold move is that when gold does struggle to break it, you always see these fairly large corrections in gold terms, okay, not in crypto terms percentage-wise. So you see these big corrections, so you're like, okay, look, it's not only is it trying to reach that 2,000, but it's grasping at it. And when it grasps and falls, it falls and fails. Bitcoin, we're showing here more and more power. More and more power going up. Now, are you saying, hey, look, comparing all-time high to all-time high, I understand what he's talking about. But if you're telling me that gold is making its move right now, and I'm telling you, okay, while gold is making its move, guess what? Bitcoin is also making its move. I'm going to say that there's definitely a store of value staying power in crypto. And I'm going to say that, you know what? XRP has a fair chance in the next couple years to have that kind of staying power. The problem is, like I said, when you look at the XRP price action, look, see, since the Luna time, look, we're right there. We're right. We haven't clawed our way near back as hard as BTC has. So Schiff, I think you're wrong, even though I'm a big gold and silver person. Check it out, Gorham Silver Baby Cups. Bitcoin has some serious store of value staying power, and you can trade it 24/7, and news breaks 24/7 this day and age with so many people having access to cell phones and high-speed internet. And I really want to make it clear that this is not like me having a negative take on things. This was us looking at the data together, looking at the recovery price action of those three assets compared over time equally to each other. The gold move is strong, but I still believe that gold move is reaching. I really do. I even now I kind of back off a little bit on buying gold because I feel like, you know, the idea for gold to correct at 1900 again is easily there. 1850 I still believe is easily there. Yeah, I know it's making its move now. It touched 2100. It was awesome. We were watching the gold market last night. Shout out to Trick. We were talking about auction stuff back and forth. It was a lot of fun watching the gold market open, but hey, crypto's open 24/7, and I think that's a good way to isolate yourself from bad global events. I think that's very crafty, and that's where gold misses out. That's where gold definitely misses out. Speaking of gold, ooh, we've got a tray of goodies right here, and we're going to be testing them on the Gold and Silver Show today. Going to be some interesting stuff along with a few stories. Check it out and hang out with us. Now, to get an idea of what you missed on the previous Gold and Silver Show, this video right here, you will greatly enjoy it. Because gold and silver, it's like a physical form of Bitcoin and cryptos, digital gold and silver. I'll catch y'all later.